Hey guys, so today I'm doing a full face of makeup and I'm going to be focusing on the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette. So you guys have been waiting patiently for me to do a tutorial and review this one. So I've already reviewed the warm one and also the electric one. So if you guys haven't seen these videos yet, I'm going to link them in the description box for you. Using these palettes, I mean the makeup looks I actually created with these palettes are like two of the best makeup looks I've ever done in my entire life. So if you guys haven't seen those, please go watch them. I'm very proud of how my makeup turned out and I felt like a massive sense of accomplishment after those videos, so I hope you guys enjoyed them too. Okay, so I've already like cleansed and moisturized obviously when I had my shower this morning, but the next step I like to do before I do my makeup is I like to use a facial spray of some kind. Now I have a bunch of different ones. I have MAC Fix Plus, I have the Too Faced 3-in-1 hangover spray, I have the Mariah Badescu spray that I'm going to use today. Anything that's like hydrating, I just love to drench myself before I go in with my primer. Just makes my skin feel so luscious and amazing. So, and this one smells so good too. So next up I'm going to use my Holy Grail, the Too Faced Hangover Primer. This is pretty much the same primer I use like every day. It's just a really great, nice, hydrating primer that leaves your skin feeling very smooth. So even though like I'm a combo skin type, I really like my skin to feel super smooth and hydrated. So I'm going to be using the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation and I'm using the shade Fiji. I really love this foundation. It's very much something that you can wear on the sheerer side if you want a more natural everyday finish, or you can build it up for super full coverage. Okay, so taking my Sigma Angled Kabuki, I'm going to apply my foundation. Don't forget guys, I do have a discount code with Sigma. It is an affiliate code, but if you would like to buy some brushes and you want 10% off, just enter Hannah at checkout and that'll get you 10% off your order. So I really like to start off applying this foundation with a brush and then I will go in with my 3D HD blender after I have it all down. Finished applying my foundation and all you need to do to get the foundation off your compact is use a makeup wipe. I think a lot of people think that like I don't use the makeup that I own because it's so clean, but it's because I like cherish my products, so I clean everything. Like if it's dirty and it's got foundation on it, guess what? I'ma clean it. And it's same with like my eyeshadow palettes. Like if they're like dusty and got lots of like eyeshadow residue on it, I'll get a makeup wipe and I'll wipe down the inside of it, and then I'll get a tissue and I'll wipe down the whole palette, or I'll like use a little microfiber cloth on the mirror and stuff. So next up I'm going to conceal and I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Neutral. I'm actually going to jump online and order I think the Colourpop concealers, and I might even get the Kylie concealers to test out, and I want the new Urban Decay ones too because I always use Tarte and I want to just sort of switch up the products I use. I feel like I need to get a new under eye setting powder and also a new face setting powder too, because at the moment I'm just using the same thing. And I mean, I know it's like concealer, so like it's not that big of a deal, but at the same time I want to make sure I'm using different products all the time for you guys. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. I do have the Bobbi Brown concealers, but they're just so thick. I don't know if I actually like them. Like they're full coverage, but they sort of like drag when you apply them, and I don't like how that feels under my eyes. So yeah, anyway. And then just using my blender, I'm just going to blend it out. And this is a Sigma 3D HD Blender PS, the best beauty sponge that has ever existed on the face of the earth, just so you know. So as per usual, I'm taking my MAC Minerlize Skin Finish in Light and I'm using my F04 Tapered Highlighter brush, and I'm going to use this powder to set under my eyes. I'm yet to find anything I love as much as this to set under my eyes. As you guys can see, it's like a foundation powder, so it is actually pigmented. So what that means is when you use it to set your under eyes, it's actually giving you a little bit of extra coverage under your eyes, which is why it doesn't dull down your under eye circles. It actually makes them look a little bit more brighter. For contour today, I'm going to use the Clinique Chubby Stick in the shade 01 Curvy Contour. This is one of my favorite contouring products. Actually, I haven't used it in a very long time, but it is a very good contouring product. It's super creamy and very easy to blend, and just it's really hard to like stuff up your makeup when you use this product because it's just so good. So I'm just going to start off with my side bits. And I'm just taking my Extreme Structure F04 contour brush to blend it out. And then I'm just going to be taking my Hoola Light by Benefit and I'm using my F05 contour brush just to set that cream contour in place. And I'm just placing the powder a little bit higher because I went a little bit too low with that cream contour. So I might have to bake as well just to even it up. So I'm just going to take some of my Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder, and I'm just going to use it to bake under my contour and just lift it up a little bit higher because I went a little bit too low. And I'm going to use the bottom of my 3D HD blender to do so. Now I'm just brushing that off with a large fluffy brush, and this is a F30 large powder brush. That's better. So I'm just going to go back in with my bronzer again and just do a little bit more bronzer. And then for blush, I'm going to use my Nars Orgasm blush, and I'm using my F10 powder blush brush to apply it. This is what the Nars Orgasm blush looks like. It is a really beautiful, like, corally pink that has like gold in it, I guess you would say. Okay, now next up for highlight, I want to use my new one. Oh, hear how croaky I'm getting. I'm using the Anastasia and Amrezy highlight. It is so beautiful. It is like a stunning champagne-y gold color is the best way I could describe it. It is just actually insane how beautiful this highlighter is like. So I'm just using my F03 cheekbone highlight brush to apply it. And I'm going to drench myself in it. I'm going to be using my Ka-Brow in shade 2 and my Precisely Brow Pencil in shade 3. I'm going to quickly do my brows off camera because they're nothing special, so BRB. Okay guys, so I've already primed my lids and everything as well. So I just used my Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and now I'm just going to set all of my base makeup. I like to use a setting spray before I do my eye makeup, just because I always get worried that like my setting spray will make my mascara run or something. So I just set all of my base products down, and today I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray, long lasting one. And I'm just going to like drench my face in this just to keep my foundation in place. This actually has a really fine like spritz, and I feel like it doesn't actually go very far. Like, well, it does kind of go far. Anyway, I take it back, I was lying. You like push your face into the actual spray, if you guys know what I mean. I just kind of look a little bit crazy when I do it. So now it's time for eyes. I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm quickly going to just set my eyelids with my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in Light. Okay, and I'm going to get the palette. Oh, I'm so excited. This one actually I think is the prettiest. Like the colors in this one, in the mauve one, stood out to me the most. However, I do love the Warm Obsessions one, but this one just really caught my eye. So I'm going to be using my E40 Taper Blending. I'm just dusting off because I have been using other products on it and I want to make sure it's nice and clean. Now the only thing that sort of like puts me off is I'm kind of like, what color do I use for a transition shade? Because these are all kind of dark. If you look at them, they're all quite dark actually. So I'm like, do I just go straight in with like that pinky shade, or should I use that sort of brownie shade first? It's kind of weird. I don't know if I actually like that center shade. Not the biggest fan of it, TBH. Look, I'll just start with this center shade. It's actually super deceiving, the color that comes out. That is not what I expected to look at. It's actually very mauvey, which I guess makes sense considering it's a Mauve Obsessions palette, but you guys know what I mean? Like, I wasn't expecting it to come out that sort of color. I'm just taking it like directly through the crease and blending it up on my brow bone ever so slightly. So I'm going to go in with this shade next. I'm going to use the same brush and just run it through the same exact area that I put that last shade. So that's looking so pretty, very smoked out. I love the color of it. I'm next going to go in with this top shade here, and I'm taking an E25 blending, which is a little bit more like precise. So I'm going to focus it in the outer corner and through the crease, but really deepen up that color. Also, so far I haven't really had any fallout at all, which is amazing. Ooh, that's pigmented. That's a nice colour. Oh, that's nice. So far, that's my favourite out of all of the matte shades, for sure. That's stunning. That blended very easily too. Wow, that colour. Oh, I cannot get over how amazing this shade is. I didn't think it would blend that easily. That blended so easily. It is so pigmented. It is so beautiful. That one's so far my favorite. So next up, I'm going to go in with this dark purple sort of shade, and I'm going to pop it in the same area. I just popped the last shade using the same brush. So let's see how this one blends. So I'm going to do my lower lash line quickly, and I'm just going to take a pencil E30 brush, and I'm just going to take, don't really want to use that shade under my eyes because I think it might be a little bit too pink. It might make it look like a pink eye. So I think I'll use this shade, and I'm just going to go straight in. Or actually I might use my short shader E20 brush to do that first. Okay, so I am going to cut my crease, and I'm just using my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair Neutral, and I'm using my concealer F70 brush. And I just like to look up so it transfers up into my crease a little bit, so then I know where to like take the line to naturally. This is actually looking like so purple compared to what I thought it would. But I mean, I'm not mad. Like, I like it. So all over my lid, I am going to use this shade here because when I swatched it, it was just so beautiful, this one here, and I just knew I wanted to put it all over my eyelids. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And I'm going to use an E55 brush, and I'm just going to pack it all over where I put concealer. I'm so happy with this. Let's just hope I can get my liner on okay, and I can get my lashes on okay, and I'll be a very happy girl today. Let's take a moment to appreciate how beautiful these shadows are. They are so pigmented. I mean, I knew they were going to be. I've swatched them, and I've used two of the other palettes, and they're just incredible. And like, it's just so nice that the formulation is obviously so consistent, and it's just stunning. Like, I cannot fault these shadows. I just cannot fault them. So I'm just going to take my Tarte pencil liner, and I'm just going to run it along my lash line, just how I always do. I don't do wing liner ever because I just can't do it, so I don't bother trying. Okay, so I have my lashes on. These are Ardell Double Up Demi Wispies, and they're a little bit crazy looking. Like, one of these lashes is a bit dodgy, like all the lashes in the center are clumping together, so just ignore that. And I don't think they're glued on properly, but we're just gonna move past it. I'm gonna do my lips now, and I'm just taking a nude lip liner, and this is Skimpy by Colourpop. Just lining my lips. Just like overlining the shit out of my lips, and I kind of like stuffed it up a little bit. Then I'm taking my MAC and Mariah Carey lipstick in Darling. Now, this is limited edition, so you can no longer buy it anymore, but it's one of my favorite lipsticks and I feel like wearing it, so I'm going to. And then I'm just going to use my lip gloss in the color Under the Sheets to top it off. I'm just gonna go fix my hair, and I reckon we're done. So guys, I have all of my makeup on and I'm feeling it. I am really feeling it. This palette is just beautiful. If you guys like purples and mauves, then I feel like you're going to love this. I feel like this eye look came out a lot more purple than what I was expecting, and I'm seriously living, dying, breathing, feeling it, shook, you know, quaking, whatever other words you guys want to use to describe being amazed. I'm just so impressed with the formula of this. I definitely think this is actually my favorite so far. Even though I love the Warm Obsessions one, these colors are definitely more my cup of tea, and I feel like they really complement hazel or green eyes. So well worth every single cent. I'm so glad I purchased all of them myself. They're just incredible. They're honestly some of the best eyeshadows I've ever used in my entire life. Like, they're so pigmented, so blendable, and you can just create absolute fire with them. So with that all being said, I don't think there's really much else for me to cover other than like to show you guys the makeup look. So these lashes are actually killing my life at the moment though. I wanted to wear a little bit more of a dramatic lash and I had a little bit of a hard time putting them on, and now my eyes are starting to water, and I think I'm just going to take them off and put on smaller lashes in a second because I don't want to take all my makeup off, but these lashes are driving me insane. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video and if you like the makeup look, then don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. Have you tried the Obsessions palettes? Are you going to try them? I'd love to know all your thoughts on them as well. So thank you so very much for watching to the very end. If you guys aren't subscribed to my channel yet, you should definitely do so before you leave, and I'll be talking to you all really soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.